Former doctor and convicted sexual predator Larry Nassar has been stabbed several times in federal prison.
The former U.S. women's gymnastics team doctor, who was found guilty of molesting numerous underage girls in 2017, is said to be in stable condition after the attack.
The Federal Bureau of Prisons confirms an inmate was assaulted at the United States Penitentiary Coleman II in Sumterville, Florida on July 9.
Nasser is thought to have assaulted over 500 young gymnasts over the span of his career.
It's one of the worst sexual abuse scandals in the history of sports, and it went on for more than 2 decades.
The attack occurred 6 years into Nasser's life sentence. The victim's father previously attempted to attack Nasser in court during his trial.
Well, I'm gonna have to get stuff on.
Nasser held his position as team doctor for 18 years. During this time, he used his role to exploit, deceive, and molest his young victims.
Your decision to assault was precise, calculated, manipulative, devious, despicable.
Nasser carried out his abuse while supposedly treating his victims. Several complaints had been made about Nasser prior to his arrest, but he claimed the girls had simply misunderstood his treatments.
I don't get it. Why didn't she say something if she was feeling violated in any way, shape, and form? There was no communication.
Okay.
Further investigation into Nasser's so-called treatments revealed that Nasser had fondled his patients' breasts, laid on top of them whilst aroused, given intimate massages, and even inserted his ungloved hand inside of his patients' anuses and vaginas.
And she said, "Mom, he put his fingers in me, and they weren't gloved." And I said, "Chelsea, I was right there in the room." And she goes, "You couldn't see what was going on, Mom."
Nasser would often assault his victims while their parents were still in the room. This eventually led to further inquiries after a mother and daughter complained that Nasser had been getting erections during treatment.
This young girl and her mother both observed this on more than one occasion during treatment.
If there was arousal, it would be because of whatever. I don't know, but I'm not trying to.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
When you're a guy, sometimes you get an erection.
Nasser's conduct eventually led to his arrest, and he was charged with 10 counts of criminal sexual conduct. The extent of his abuse then became clear after hundreds of women came out to testify against him.
I estimate I was approximately 6 years old that Larry Nassar began to sexually abuse me.
You used my body for 6 years for your own sexual gratification.
The damage done by his horrific crimes was also discussed in court.
She took her own life because she couldn't deal with the pain anymore.
Nassar's abuse was deemed to have ripped apart numerous families. Victims described how parents and officials disregarded their complaints.
Victims were silenced, intimidated, repeatedly told it was medical treatment, and even forced to go back for continued sexual assault.
When I came forward in August 2016, I was attacked on social media. People did not believe me.
Nassar's reputation and high rank protected him for many years until investigators finally charged him.
They chose to lie about what I said and protect a serial child molester rather than protect not only me, but countless others.
His fate was eventually sealed after 37,000 images of child pornography were discovered on hard drives he had tried to discard.
Nassar, who already faces 60 years in prison for child pornography, will be sentenced for the sexual abuse of the gymnast on Friday.
Nassar was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
It was not treatment, what you did. It was not medical.
After being stabbed, Nassar was taken to a local hospital for treatment and evaluation. Details regarding the attack and the assailant are yet to be released. You've been watching Crime 101. Be sure to subscribe for more.